So there are several periodic trends that we need to know in our study of the periodic table. Okay, so these are the different periodic table trends or physical properties of the different elements in the periodic table. So again, we have the atomic radius, electronegativity, ionization energy, electron affinity, and metallic and non-metallic characteristics. Now, what about atomic radius? So again, by definition, when we speak of atomic radius, this refers to the distance between radii of two atoms, or simply the radius of the atom, or we can say that the atomic radius is also the size of the atom, how big the atom is. So half the distance between the nuclei of two bonded atoms is the atomic radius, or the size of the atom. So for atomic trends in the periodic table, the atomic radius decreases as you go left to right across a period. Yung period, ito yung horizontal classification of the elements in the periodic table. So the atomic radius or the size of the atom decreases as you go from left to right. Alright, so everybody, can you take a look at this? So here we have the periodic table. So as you go across the period from left to right, the atomic radius or the size of the atom decreases. Okay, as indicated in the arrow right here. So if you will move from group 1 to group 8, in the periodic table, across the period and from left to right, yung size ng atom or the atomic radius decreases. Okay, what about if you go down a group or family? Di ba pag sinabi natin group or family, ito yung vertical classification of the elements. So as you go down, what happens to the atomic radius? So the atomic radius increases as you go down a group or a family. Alright, so there. So again guys, please don't forget, as you go down a family or group, the atomic radius or the atomic size, ito yung binabanggit ko kanina, yung size ng atom. As you go down a family or group, the atomic size increases. Okay, the atomic size increases. And as you move from left to right across a period, yung horizontal classification ng mga elements, the atomic size or the atomic radius decreases. So across a period, atomic radius or atomic size decreases. Down a group, the atomic size or the atomic radius increases down a group. Alright, so there guys. So again, the atomic radius is the size of the atom or half the distance across a neutral atom. And again, what is our periodic table trend with regards to the atomic size or atomic radius? So the radius, the atomic radius or the atomic size decreases across a period. Okay, the electrons are pulled tighter as the number of protons increases. So ibig lang sabihin nito, the more protons, diba protons attract electrons. So the electrons are pulled tighter as the number of protons increases. So medyo lumiliit kasi ngayong attraction of the protons to the electrons. So the more protons, the more electrons are pulled tighter as the number of protons increases. Okay? So yun yung atomic trend. With regards to atomic size as you move across a period. Okay, as you move down a group, what happens to the size of the atom or the radius? So each row in the periodic table adds a shell, di ba? Di ba yun naman ang basis ng period? So as you move down na period, di ba nag-i-increase yung kanya? Period 1, 1 shell. Period 2, 2 shells. Period 3, 3 shells, di ba no? So as you move down a group, you increase the number of shells. So that makes the atom bigger. No? This makes the atom larger with each added shell. Parang layers ng onion. Okay guys, so that's the atomic trend with regards to the atomic size as you move down the group. So each row on the periodic table adds a shell or energy level of the atom. This makes the atom larger with each added shell, just like an onion. So as you move down a group, the atomic radius increases. So that's the periodic trend with regards to the atomic radius. Atomic size or atomic radius increases as you move down the group, and the atomic size or atomic radius decreases as you move across a period from left to right. So size goes up going down the group. Alam na natin yan, di ba? As you move down the group, the atomic radius or the atomic size increases. Now because electrons are added further from the nucleus, added further from the nucleus, there is less attraction. This is due to the additional energy level and the shielding effect. Now we'll talk about that later, yung pag nag-add kasi ng energy level, parang natatagdagan ng shield, kaya nga shielding effect yan. And yung atomic size or atomic radius goes down or the atomic radius decreases as you move across a period. Ayan, size goes down. No, yan, size goes down. Yan, atomic size decreases as you move across a period from left to right. There ha, yan yung ating atomic trend with regards to atomic size or atomic radius. Alright guys, so there, atomic radius is the size of the atom, and the size of the atom or atomic radius increases as you move down a group or a family. Right? And atomic radius decreases as you move from left to right across a period. Alright, so there ha, yan yung atomic trend with regards to the atomic radius or atomic size. Okay, why do atomic radii increase down a group? Diba, sinabi natin na as you move down a group, the atomic radius increases. Diba? Alright, so protons, neutrons, and electrons are also added as you move down the group, diba? And as you move down the group, nag-increase yung shells niya, diba? However, the electrons are added in new energy levels. So habang bumababa tayo as we move down the group, diba nadadagdagan siya ng shells? So ibig sabihin yan, mas dumadami yung electrons. The inner electrons now, especially sa inner energy level or shell number 2, gano'n, the inner electrons act like a shield for the outer electrons. So they do not feel the pull of nucleus so strongly. Alright, so yun ang tinatawag na shielding effect. Yun ang tinatawag natin na electron shielding. Yan, shielding electrons are the electrons in the energy levels between the nucleus and the valence electrons. So, like for example, eto, look at lithium guys. Diba lithium has two shells. So, an innermost and ito yung outermost shell, yung shell number 2. So, yung innermost shell ito, ayan na, yung inner electrons, yun ang tinatawag natin na parang shielding effect. Ayan no, so shielding electrons are the electrons in the energy level between the nucleus and the valence electrons. So, in the case of lithium, ito yung kanyang valence electrons, diba? Dalawa, ito yung outermost. So, meron pa siyang inner shell. So, itong inner shell na to are the shielding electrons. So the inner electrons in the case of lithium acts like a shield, no, for the outer electrons. So they do not feel the pull of the nucleus so strongly. Ano bang sinishield dito, guys? Yung attraction ng proton sa electrons. 'Di ba? Ito guys, itong isipin niyo kasi ang protons and electrons, meron silang attraction no? protons attracts electrons. So, yung innermost shell, mas they are attracted more strongly than dun sa susunod na shell. So, yung susunod na shell, hindi ganun sila ka-attracted sa protons unlike yung mga electrons dun sa innermost shell. So yung shell number 1 in the case of lithium, sinishield niya yung attraction ng proton sa susunod na shell, in this case yung second shell. So yung second shell ng lithium, the electrons, they don't feel much of the attraction of the protons as compared to the innermost electrons. Mas malakas yung attraction ng innermost electrons sa protons as compared to the electrons sa valence shell. No? So, yan ang tinatawag natin na shielding effect. Ayan, no? So, shielding electrons are the electrons in the energy levels between the nucleus and the valence electrons. They are called shielding electrons because they shield the valence electrons from the force of attraction exerted by the protons in the nucleus. Alright? Shielding increases as you move down the periodic table. Kasi bakit? Kasi dumadami yung shells. Pag maraming shells, that means mas maraming shield, mas maraming layers. So yung mga valence electrons, yung mga electrons in the outermost shell, hindi nila ganong nafe-feel yung attraction ng proton sa kanila. Kasi may mga shield, may mga layers pa. Diba? So, edi kung mas maraming shells, edi that means mas maraming shield. So, yung atom, yung electrons doon sa valence shell, hindi nila ganong naramdaman yung attraction ng protons. So, the shielding increases as you move down the periodic table kasi dumadami yung shells. Now, shielding has no effect as you move across the table from left to right. So, no, kasi hindi naman nadagdagan yung energy level eh. Diba? Kasi yung atomic radius nga lumiliit. Diba? As you move across a period from left to right, diba lumiliit yung atomic radius. So, shielding has no effect as you move across the table from left to right. No adding of energy levels. Alright guys, so walang gaanong shielding effect. Alright guys, so that's the concept of electron shielding. Okay, so I hope I explained that clearly. So eto guys, no, so the electrons between the nucleus and the valence electrons, they repel each other making the atom larger. Ayan. Okay, kasi nga 'di ba negative to negative, they repel. Oh, yan. So medyo lumalaki yung kasi yung repulsion yung repulsion forces. Lumalayo tuloy yung mga valence electrons dun sa mga shell sa baba. 'Di ba? Kaya medyo lumalaki yung atomic radius, yung atomic radius niya. Okay, yan ang tinatawag na shielding effect. Kaya as you move down the group, 'di ba, the atomic radius increases. Pero as you move across a period from left to right, the atomic radius decreases kasi wala namang nadadagdagan na shell. So, walang gaanong shielding effect. Alright guys, so there, shielding has no effect as you move across the table from left to right. Okay, why does electron shielding increase? Alright, so again, as you move down a group, there are more energy levels. Diba nadadagdagan ng shells eh. So the outer electrons are further away from the nucleus and there are more electrons between the nucleus and the outer electrons. So 'di ba yan ang sinasabi ko kanina, habang bumababa tayo sa group, mas dumadami yung shells. So that means nare-repel yung outermost electrons sa ibang shells sa bandang ibaba. So lumalaki tuloy yung radius ng atom. Yan, more inner electrons block the outer electrons. Kasi 'di ba merong repulsion, yung negative to negative, they repel. So lumalaki yung radius ng atom as you move down the group. Ayan guys, so yun ang explanation ng shielding effect as you move down the group. Okay, so I guess that's it for atomic size, no? Atomic size or atomic radius. Okay, so the next atomic trend that we need to study is electronegativity. Alright, what is electronegativity? Electronegativity refers to the tendency of an atom to attract electrons to itself when combined with another element. So, pag when compounds are formed, di ba? Compounds are substances with two or more elements that are chemically bonded. So, during bonding, yung tendency ng atom to attract the shared electrons is electronegativity when combined with another element. Okay, and the electronegativity or the ability or the tendency of an atom to attract electrons increases going left to right across a period. So, ibig sabihin yan, as you move across a period from left to right, the electronegativity increases. Ayan, everybody look at the arrow. So, as you move from left to right across a period, so the electronegativity increases. Now, as you move down a group, the electronegativity decreases, as you move down a group. So, like for example, hydrogen, compare it to lithium. So, hydrogen is more electronegative than lithium. Kasi as you move down, the electronegativity decreases. Okay? Which is more electronegative, lithium or sodium? Siyempre, lithium. Kasi habang bumababa tayo, sodium is less electronegative. Diba? So as you move down, electronegativity decreases. So which is more electronegative, potassium or lithium? Siyempre, lithium pa rin kasi ang potassium nandito na sa baba. As you move down the group, the electronegativity decreases. So, mas electronegative ang lithium compared to potassium. Mas electronegative ang sodium compared to potassium. Because as you move down the period, the electronegativity decreases. Decreases. Okay guys, so pero as you move across a period from left to right, the electronegativity increases. Alright, so yan yung trend guys, yun yung trend. So as you move from left to right, electronegativity increases. Pero as you move down a group, the electronegativity decreases. Okay, syempre pag tumaas ka, increases, di ba? Pero pag pababa, down the group, the electronegativity decreases. So yun yung periodic trend with regards to electronegativity. So, electronegativity again increases across a period. Why? Because the number of charges on the nucleus increases. Ano ba ang meron sa nucleus? Di ba protons? So, as you increase the protons, mas may tendency siya to attract electrons, di ba? The more protons, the more electrons are attracted. Diba? Electrons are attracted to protons. Ganon, no? Okay? That attracts the bonding pair of electrons more strongly pag mas marami ang protons. Diba? Then, as you move down a group, pababa, diba? Down a group, the electronegativity decreases. Nagdi-decrease siya down a group. Why? Because the bonding pair of electrons is increasingly distant from the attraction of the nucleus. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Bonding pair of electrons. So, mas malayo yung sa valence electrons, diba? Habang mas dumadami yung shells. And because of the shielding effect, diba? Yung attraction ng protons sa electrons bumababa kasi may shield between the nucleus and the outermost energy level or valence electrons. So pag mas maraming shells, nababawasan yung attractive force between the protons and yung valence electrons. Kasi mas marami siyang shell. So that means yung ability ng atom to attract electrons ay nababawasan. As you move down, a group. Alright guys, so ganun ha. So habang bumababa tayo sa grupo, di ba dumadami yung shells. So that means yung attractive force ng nucleus nababawasan, no? Yung influence, I think that's a better word. Yung influence ng nucleus nababawasan. Yung influence ng nucleus dun sa outermost shell ay nababawasan pag maraming shells in between. Diba yung tinatawag natin na shielding effect. So pag nababawasan yung attraction ng nucleus sa outermost shell, ibig sabihin yan yung electronegativity ay nababawasan. Yeah, yun yung as you go down na group. Pero pag kukonti yung shell, edi mas malaki yung or mas malakas yung influence ng nucleus dun sa outermost shell kasi kukonti lang yung yung shells in between, mas mataas yung electronegativity niya. Alright guys, so ganon. That's easy. Alright, in the case of hydrogen and lithium, between hydrogen, sino yung mas mataas ang electronegativity niya? Sino yung mas matalas ang electronegativity? Hydrogen. Diba? Tingnan niyo yung hydrogen. Diba? So ilang shells lang bang hydrogen? Isa lang. Pero ang lithium kasi, dalawa. So that means yung innermost shell, medyo may shielding effect yung innermost shell dun sa valence electrons, yung second shell. So that means mas mababa ang kanyang ability to pull shared electrons sa lithium. So mas mababa yung electronegativity ng lithium compared to hydrogen kasi ang hydrogen ay isa lang yung shell. So mas malakas ang electronegativity ng hydrogen compared to lithium. And they belong to ito yung vertical classification niya, di ba? As you move down the group, what happens to electronegativity? Diba? Decreases. Ayan ha. So as you move down the group, electronegativity decreases. As you move across a period from left to right, electronegativity increases. Ayan ha. So again, what is electronegativity? That is the ability or the tendency of the atom to pull or to attract shared electrons in a compound. So, what is the atomic trend, yung periodic trend with regards to electronegativity? Ito guys, electronegativity increases across a period. Why? As the radius decreases, diba? The electrons get closer to the bonding atom's nucleus. No? So, electronegativity increases across a period. Then electronegativity tends to decrease down a group. Diba? Bakit? Because as the radius increases, habang lumalaki yung atom, the electrons yung electrons in the outermost shell, they are shielded by the shells near the nucleus. So, yung influence ng nucleus sa outermost shell ay nababawasan pag mas marami yung shells or pag mas malaki yung atom. Okay, as the radius increases, the electrons are farther from the bonding atom's nucleus. Sige. So, siguro I'll give an example para guys, mas clear sa inyo. Siguro let's take the water molecule. Okay, everybody, makinig kayo ha. You listen to me, everybody. Let's take water. Ayan ha. So we know that water is composed of one atom of oxygen and ilang atoms of hydrogen, di ba? Dalawa. So in terms of electronegativity, kasi oxygen and hydrogen ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ha. Which is more electronegative? Oxygen or hydrogen? Sige nga. Patignan nyo itong ating periodic table on screen. Which element is more electronegative? Hydrogen or oxygen? Okay guys, so tignan natin itong so di ba sinabi natin as you move across a period from left to right, the electronegativity increases. So that means oxygen, ito ha, o tingnan itong position ng oxygen sa periodic table. Ayan, oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. Ito nandito yung hydrogen Ito yung oxygen nandito. So that means as you move across a period, yung electronegativity niya ay lumalaki. So oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen in a water molecule, di ba? So anong implication ngayon yan, guys? So since oxygen is more electronegative, oxygen is a bigger atom and it is more electronegative than hydrogen. So the tendency now of oxygen is to attract the shared electrons of hydrogen. So because of that, oxygen, mas dumadami yung electrons niya in a water molecule, nagiging negatively charged tuloy yung oxygen. Kasi yung mga shared electrons are being pulled towards the oxygen atom. So ang oxygen nagiging negatively charged. While yung hydrogen, kasi yung mga electrons niya in a water molecule, napupunta sa oxygen So with that, hydrogen now becomes positively charged. Yung oxygen, hinihila niya yung mga electrons ng hydrogen. So yung oxygen nagiging negatively charged kasi nga mas electronegative siya. That's why in a water molecule may polarity ang tubig. Kasi yung oxygen negative, yung hydrogen positive. So ang water molecule has polarity. Ayan and because of that polarity, water exhibits certain properties. Siguro ibang usapan na yan, pero yun ang case ng water molecule. May polarity. Bakit? Kasi ang oxygen attracts the electrons of hydrogen. Kaya ang oxygen nagiging negatively charged. Ang hydrogen naman hindi ganun ka-electronegative. So yung mga electrons ay napupunta sa oxygen. So ang hydrogen nagiging positively charged. Ang oxygen nagiging negatively charged. Okay, bakit? Kasi ang oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. Alright guys, so very simple concept lang ito. Okay, so ayan yung periodic trend with regards to electronegativity. Again, electronegativity increases from left to right and electronegativity decreases down a group. Pero dito sa PowerPoint natin, increases as you go from bottom to top. Pero syempre pag pababa, decreases. Diba? Alright guys, so there, Ayan, electronegativity increases across a period. And as you go down a group, electronegativity decreases. Ayan guys, I hope that's clear for electronegativity. So we move on now to the next periodic trend, which is ionization energy. Alright, what is ionization energy? This is the energy required to remove an electron from a gaseous atom when the atom is in its ground state, or ibig sabihin neutral yung atom. Pag sabing ground state, neutral yung atom. So what is the atomic trend for ionization energy? Ito guys the ionization energy increases from left to right across a period. Alright, so increases from left to right across a period. Then, ionization energy decreases from top to bottom. Okay, guys. So, there. Para siyang diba? This is similar to electronegativity. So, ang electronegativity, diba, increases from left to right. Ayan, ito, diba? Parang ionization energy din yan. So, as we move from left to right across a period, ionization energy increases. Then, di ba, sa electronegativity, as you move down a group, the electronegativity decreases. O, ganun din sa ionization energy, guys. The atomic trend for ionization energy, as we go down from top to bottom, ionization energy decreases. Alright, so ito yung atomic trend, periodic trend for ionization energy. So ionization energy increases across a period from left to right, and ionization energy decreases, bumababa yung ionization energy down a group, no, from top to bottom. Siyempre from bottom to top, nag-i-increase siya. Pero from top to bottom, decreasing yun, no? Decreasing ionization energy. Alright guys, so again, what is ionization energy? Yan, this is the energy required to remove an electron. From the word ion. Ano ibig sabihin ng ion? An ion is a charged atom. So pag nagtanggal ka ng electron sa outermost shell, what becomes of the atom? Sige nga, then everybody look at the PowerPoint. So this atom has 4 protons. So that means, ilan yung electrons niya? So, you have 2 electrons in the inner shell. Ayan guys, so yung letter E. And there are how many electrons in the second shell? 2. Diba? So 4 protons and 4 electrons. 2 electrons in the innermost and 2 electrons in the outermost shell. What happens to the atom, itong atom na to, if we remove an electron? Oh, di ba? Eh, tinanggalan mo ng isang electron. Oh, edi ilan na lang yung electrons? 3 versus 4 protons. Di ba? 3 electrons and 4 protons. Kaya tinanggal mo nga yung isa eh. So that means yung atom magiging positive. Magiging positive ion. Nagkaroon na ngayon ng charge yung atom. Bakit? Kasi nga natanggalan siya ng isang electron. Alright? Pwede tayo magtanggal ng electron or pwede tayo magdagdag ng electron. Ganun yun guys. Pag nagdagdag tayo ng electron, syempre mas maraming electron sa protons, di nagiging negatively charged yung atom. The atom becomes a negative ion. What is an ion? Nagiging charge na yung atom, may charge, may either positive or negative. In this case, di ba nagtanggal tayo ng isang electron? So, 3 electrons versus 4 protons, edi mas marami yung positive charges, edi magiging magiging positive ion. What is an ion again? An ion is a charged atom. Okay? Ngayon, everybody listen to me. Yung energy required to remove the electron is what we call ionization energy, guys. Diba? Yung energy required to remove the electron para maging positive ion siya is ionization energy. Ha? Alright, guys. So, ayan nyo. So, baka magtanong kayo, bakit? Ito, dito muna tayo sa ito, increase ang ionization energy increases from left to right. Oh, bakit? Bakit ganon? Why? Okay, ito ating sagot. So, ang ionization energy tends to increase across a period. Why? Because as the radius decreases across a period, the electrons you are removing is closer to the nucleus. Diba? So, harder to remove, guys. Diba? So, everybody, tignan nyo to. Diba? Pag paano tayo from left to right, mas kukunti yung shells eh. So, that means yung outermost shell ay mas malapit sa nucleus. Pag mas malapit sa nucleus, mas matindi yung attraction ng nucleus. Diba pareho sa electronegativity? Diba ganun din as we move from left to right, across a period, the electronegativity increases. Diba? So, that means, kukunti yung shell. So, that means, yung mga electrons sa outermost shell, mas malapit sa nucleus. Pag mas malapit sa nucleus, ang ibig sabihin niyan, mas attracted yung electrons dun sa outermost shell sa nucleus, sa proton. So that means pag mas attracted siya, mas mahirap mong tanggalin yung electron sa valence shell. You need more energy para matanggal mo yung electrons dun sa outermost shell. Kasi yung outermost shell malapit sa nucleus. Siyempre, pag mas kukonti yung shell, that means mas malapit yung valence shell sa nucleus. So that means mas matindi yung attraction ng nucleus sa outer shell. So that means pag mas malakas yung attraction, mas mahirapan mong kunin yung electron sa outermost shell. Mas mahirap tanggalin. That means you need more ionization energy to remove that electron sa outermost shell. Yun ang ibig sabihin yan, guys. Alright? Okay, so the ionization energy increases across a period. Why? Because as the radius decreases across a period, the electrons you are removing is closer to the nucleus and therefore it is harder to remove. You need more ionization energy para tanggalin yung mga electrons na yan sa valence shell. So, paano naman pagpababa, down a group? So, ito ionization energy. So, ionization energy tends to decrease down a group. Bakit? Because the outer electrons are farther from the nucleus and easier to remove. Siyempre, pag mas maraming shells, yung influence ng nucleus dun sa outermost shell ay napabawasan. Kasi nga, di ba, may shielding effect nga, guys, di ba? May shielding effect yung mga shells between the nucleus and the outer energy level. So, yung influence ng nucleus sa outermost shell, nababawasan, guys. So, that means, mas madaling matanggal yung mga electron sa outer shell. So, kukunti lang, you need less ionization energy para tanggalin yung electron sa outer shell. Kaya nababawasan yung ionization energy as we move down a group. So, again, ionization energy decreases down a group kasi dumadami yung shells. The more shells, mas less ang influence ng nucleus sa outer shell. That means madaling tanggalin yung electron sa outer shell and that means you need less energy, less ionization energy para tanggalin yung electron sa outer shell. O, yun lang yun, guys. So again, mapapansin nyo, ang electronegativity and ionization energy, pareho sila ng trend. Diba? So, electronegativity and ionization energy increases as you move across a period. And electronegativity and ionization energy decreases down a group. Pareho sila ng atomic trend. Next, yung whether the element is metal or non-metal. For metals, yung reactivity ng mga metals, the reactivity of metals decreases as you move from left to right. Okay? Kasi pag papunta ka na sa right, medyo nagiging gaseous na siya, no? Like helium, nasa dulo. 'Di ba? Nasa dulo siya. So gaseous 'yun. Helium is a gas. So as you move from left to right, mas nagiging gaseous yung element. No? So in case of this metals, the reactivity of the metal decreases as you move from left to right kasi nagiging gaseous na siya. Okay, pagpababa naman, the reactivity of the metals increases as you move down the group. For metals, the reactivity of metals decreases as you move from left to right, and the reactivity of metals increases as you go down a group or family. Anong explanation nun? Ito, why? Because the farther to the left and down the periodic chart you go, the easier is for the electrons to be given or taken away. Alright, so the resulting is higher reactivity. Okay, what about for non-metals? So pag period naman, For non-metals, ano ba yung mga non-metals? Yan, kunyari, helium. Okay, carbon. Yan, mga non-metals yan. So, the reactivity increases as you go from left to right. Increases. For group, for non-metals, the reactivity decreases as you go down. Okay, so again guys, huwag kayong malito, iba sa metals, iba sa non-metals. Okay, bakit ganito yung non-metals? Why? Because the farther right and up you go on the periodic table, the higher the electronegativity, resulting in a more vigorous exchange of electrons. Ayan, di ba? So, di ba napag-usapan natin yung as you move from left to right, electronegativity increases. So, that means the reactivity of the non-metal increases as you move from left to right. Kasi nag-i-increase din yung electronegativity niya. Ayan. Sa non-metals to ha. For non-metals, pababa naman, down na group, decreases yung reactivity ng non-metal. Pag metals, again ha, for metals, reactivity decreases as you move from left to right. And the reactivity of the metals increases down the group. Okay, decreases from left to right across a period for metals, decreases, and for group, the reactivity increases as you go down the group for metals. For non-metals, reactivity of the non-metal increases from left to right across a period, and the reactivity of non-metals decreases as you go down the group. Ayan na guys, so I hope that's clear for reactivity. Again, reactivity for metals, as you move from left to right, the reactivity decreases for metals. Ayan na to, from left to right, reactivity decreases for metals. As you move from top to bottom, the reactivity of the metal increases. Ayan, di ba? Sa group, reactivity increases as you go down a group. Alright, the most reactive metal is francium. Ito, asan ba yung francium? Yan, saan ba yung ating, ito. Nasa baba siya kasi. So, ano siya? Highly reactive, no? Metal yan, guys, no? Yung francium. Yun, no? Kasi nasa baba siya eh. Alright, so there, ha? Ito, pagpababa, ang reactivity ng metals increases. Pero dito, as you move across a period, the reactivity of the metals decreases from left to right. So, siyempre from right to left, nag-i-increase yan. Okay, what about for non-metals? Now, for non-metals, as you move from left to right across a period, the reactivity of the non-metal increases. Ayan ha. So, for non-metals, ito non-metals, as you move from left to right, the reactivity increases. Then as you move from top to bottom, pababa ng group, the reactivity decreases. Alright? Kagaya ng ng helium or krypton, di ba? Mga nasa noble gases yun. So, hindi sila reactive. Oo, hindi sila reactive. The most reactive pala yan, most reactive non-metal. Yan, no? Okay, kasi nga as we move from left to right, the reactivity of the non-metal increases. Okay, ito, in terms of ionization energy, the highest ionization energy and the most reactive non-metal is fluorine. Okay, the lowest ionization energy and the most active metal is francium. Yan, mga trivia lang yan guys. So, ionization energy relates to the reactivity of metals and non-metals. So, again so ang highest ionization energy and the most active non-metal is fluorine, and the lowest ionization energy and the most active metal is francium. Okay, and I think this is the last, electron affinity. Okay, what is electron affinity? Okay, so by definition class, when we speak of electron affinity, this is the amount of energy released when electron is added to a neutral atom or molecule to form a negative ion. Diba sinabi ko kanina guys, if we remove an electron to one atom, di mas marami ngayon yung protons, diba? Mas konti yung electrons. So the atom becomes a positive ion. Pag nagdagdag tayo ng electron sa atom, edi mas marami yung electrons as compared to protons. So that means there are more negative charges. So the atom becomes a negative ion. Ang electron affinity is the amount of energy that is released when an electron is added to a neutral atom para maging negative ion siya. So ano ngayon yung atomic trend or yung periodic trend for electron affinity? Everybody look at this. So electron affinity increases from left to right, no, across a period. So para siyang electronegativity. Di ba ganun din ang electronegativity? As you move from left to right across a period, the electronegativity increases. So parang ganun din yan. As you move from left to right across a period, the electron affinity increases. So pareho sila ng atomic trend, ha, yung ionization energy, yung electronegativity and electron affinity, magkakapareho sila ng pattern. So as you move from left to right, the electron affinity increases. As you move from left to right, electronegativity also increases. And as you move from left to right, ano yung ionization energy? The ionization energy also increases. So ano sila? Magkakapareho, ha? Yung tatlong yan. Okay, magkakapareho sila ng pattern. Okay, what about as you move down from top to bottom? So ano yung pattern for electron affinity? So electron affinity increases also from bottom to top. Ibig sabihin, from top to bottom, decreases siya. So the electron affinity decreases from top to bottom. Decreases pero dito increases from bottom to top, baliktad yun. Pero from top to bottom, decreases. Para siyang electronegativity, guys. Diba ganun din yung electronegativity? Ayan, no, diba? And ionization energy. Diba? So as we move down, the electronegativity decreases. Sa ionization energy, ganun din. As we move down from top to bottom, ionization energy decreases. For electron affinity, ganun din. As we move down from top to bottom, electron affinity decreases. So again, what is electron affinity? This is the amount of energy released or absorbed when an atom accepts an electron. Okay, para maging negative ion siya, giving it a negative charge. For most elements, energy is released when an atom adds an electron. Now, this is also the measure of an element to attract an electron to form a negative ion. So, ano ulit yung pattern? So, electron affinity increases from left to right and electron affinity decreases from top to bottom in a group or family. So, electron affinity tends to increase across a period. And electron affinity decreases as you go down. Down a group to, hindi to period, down a group. Okay, why? Because electrons farther from the nucleus experience less attraction, di ba, sa protons. So, yun lang guys. Yun yung periodic trend with regards to electron affinity. Eto guys, yan ha. So, electron affinity increases from left to right across a period. Diba parang electronegativity and ionization energy? Yan, magkakapareho sila ng pattern. And as you move down from top to bottom, electron affinity decreases. Pero syempre pag bottom to top, increases. So, why does electron affinity increases across a period? Why? Because moving left to right, the radius of the atom decreases. Kasi lumilit nga yung atom. Di ba kukunti lang yung shells pag left to right tayo. So that means more electrons pull the protons pull on more electrons. So that means mas nagiging attracted yung electron sa nucleus. Affinity means attraction. Siyempre, pag mas maliit yung atom, mas attracted yung outermost shell. Diba? Ayun. So, nag-i-increase yung affinity ng proton sa electrons as we move from left to right. Yan. So, as we move across the periodic table from left to right, the radius of the atom decreases. So, yung electron affinity niya increases. Kasi nga yung influence ng nucleus sa outermost shell lumalakas as the atom becomes smaller. Diba? Alright. O, yan guys. So, pababa naman, ganun din. Habang bumababa tayo, dumadami yung shells. So, yung influence ng nucleus sa outermost shell nababawasan. So, yung electron affinity nababawasan din, di ba? Yung influence ng nucleus sa electrons nababawasan pag lumalaki yung atom or nadadagdagan ng shells. Okay, so ito na-discuss natin to, no? Elements in the same period becomes less metallic and more non-metallic from left to right. Ayan, di ba yung nasa kanan, yung mga noble gases yung doon, di ba mga non-metallic yun? Di ba? So, elements in the same period becoming less metallic and more non-metallic from left to right. Elements in the same group becomes more metallic and less non-metallic from top to bottom. Kaya di ba ang francium, di ba nasa baba, so talagang metallic siya. Di ba? So, there guys, ayan, increasing metallic characteristics. So, pag across a period from left to right, mas nagiging non-metallic from left to right. And pag pababa naman, down the group, mas nagiging metallic siya, down the group. Alright? Siyempre, pag pataas, from bottom to top, mas nagiging non-metallic. Like hydrogen, di ba? Non-metallic ang hydrogen. Nagiging non-metallic siya as we move across the period from left to right. So, yung mga nandito sa kaliwa, metallic yun. Yung nasa kanan, mga non-metals yun. Okay? Pag pababa naman, mas nagiging metallic yung element. Okay? Like francium. Okay, guys. Ayun ha. Boiling point naman. Highest in the middle. So, yung nasa gitna, yung mga elements na nasa gitna, mataas ang boiling point. Alright, so there guys. So pag papunta sa gitna, mas tumataas yung boiling point. So that means yung mga nandito sa kaliwa or extreme right or extreme left, mababa yung boiling point. Pagpunta ka sa gitna, tumataas yung boiling point. O yun yung trend ha guys. Alright, so there. So I guess that's it. Yan yung, ito, let's try to study this. Summary of the trends in the periodic table. Ayan, no? So, from left to right across a period, ano yung mga periodic trends from left to right? So, increasing ionization energy. Tandaan nyo guys, from left to right ito across a period, So, increasing ionization energy. Alright, then, decreasing atomic radius. Diba the atomic size decreases as we move from left to right across a period. Okay, then increasing non-metallic characteristics. Diba from left to right nagiging non-metal siya. Mas nagiging non-metal. And as we move from left to right, the electronegativity increases. Diba? Ayan, so as we move from left to right, decreasing metallic characteristics. So, nagiging non-metal siya as we move from left to right. Alright guys, so yun ang trend as we move from left to right across the period. Paano naman pagpababa from top to bottom? So, yan, decreasing ionization energy. So, the ionization energy decreases down a group. Down a group, you also have increasing atomic radius. Diba? Pagpababa, mas lumalaki yung atom. What else? So, from top to bottom, down a group, the electronegativity decreases. Kasi nga, pag mas malaki yung atom, mas nababawasan yung influence ng nucleus sa outermost shell. Kasi nga yung shielding effect ng ng innermost shell o yung shell between the nucleus and the outermost shell. The more shells, di mas maraming shielding dun sa valence shell. So, ano yan? Mas less electronegative yun. No? Okay, then, yan, decreasing electronegativity pagpababa, no, down na group, and increasing metallic characteristics. Sa pagpababa, down na group, is nagiging metallic siya. No, like francium. Francium is the most metallic element. Okay? Yun nandito, fluorine. Fluorine is the most non-metallic element. Alright guys, so there. Ayan ha. Yan yung ating periodic trend.